Hi everyone, it's Jonathan here, and I'm sitting with my cousin Ellen, who I was just talking to. I'm home in Texas right now, the end of my Thanksgiving trip, 2011, and I'm sitting here with cousin Ellen, and I forgot what how she was part of my coming out story, and Ellen, um, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
Where where were you exactly, and or how did I tell you? Because you right before we started filming this, you refreshed my memory that yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You had called me, and it was in an early evening, and you said, I have something to talk to you about. Do you have a few minutes?
All right, stop there. What did you think I was going to say?
I really didn't know. I wasn't quite sure at that time what I thought you were going to say. I I don't know that I gave it thought.
Well,
To,
it was pretty impulsive. The call,
right, but you and I had
was
talked
it
on the
different?
telephone.
Was it different than other conversations we had had?
Not really. Not really, because I would talk to you periodically, and you were, if I'm not mistaken, you had gone to LA. And after college, and I believe you were in LA. I don't think you were in Arizona any longer.
I Actually, I came out while I was in Arizona.
But I didn't get the telephone call from you until you were in LA, I believe. Now I could be mistaken
I th-
about that.
I think we're completely. I might have called you from LA,
Right,
but
right.
I was not living in LA until '96, and that was.
Yes, then you were right. Then you were right. Then you probably had gone to LA for auditions. Um, but I remember vividly the telephone call, where I was sitting, my reaction to your coming out, my concern about your coming out to me, and you had not come out to any of the other family yet.
Had I come out to my sister?
No, no, not that you, not that you had told me about in that conversation.
But I told you that. Did I tell you yeah? What did I tell you about? Did I tell you not to tell anyone or?
I, I don't, I don't think that we ever had that conversation. Don't tell anybody, because I think it was more of an understanding that that was not for me to repeat. It was for you to tell somebody, not for me to, and whoever you chose. And I felt so great that you had thought enough of me to call me. As a matter of fact, it's real emotional for me because you always, since the day you were born, held a very special place in my heart. And I just wanted to know that you were okay.
So when it comes to acceptance, was it easy for you to accept that I was not going to have a wife, or was that difficult at all?
Absolutely not. Not even for a second was it difficult. Your honesty in it, it never pained me.
How do you think it would be different to be a parent of a child that was coming out? I mean, don't you think that if let's say that you've got two daughters, what if at this time, which it was a whole different era.
Right.
It was pre me and my sister coming out.
Right.
How do you think you would have taken it if you had heard that one of your children were gay?
I would accept it. I would. Of course, there's part of you that's sad that you think that maybe their life is going to be more difficult if they are, if they are gay. That maybe they won't be accepted by the community that we live in. But it would be okay. It would be okay with me. And I would accept my daughters for whatever they were. And support them emotionally.
All right, I have a tendency to doubt when I hear people say that they would accept it if it were their own kids, because of personal experience. I've seen, firsthand what it was like for my folks, who I think would say the same thing if they were talking about someone else's kid. And you don't even need to respond to that, but just unless you want to.
I really do have a response to that.
Okay.
In that nobody knows what the future is going to hold for yourself, for your family, for your kids. And for me to deny that my children, or that either one of my daughters was gay or straight or whatever they chose to be, it would be my fear of their unacceptance, fear of a more difficult life for them, but nothing whatsoever to do with me. Truly. It's late in the evening now, and if there's one thing that I am, that the later it gets, I'm honest. And I would love my girls whatever they chose to do or to be. A bank robber? Maybe not. I might have a little difficulty with that. But their sexuality, it's not something you choose. Nobody chooses to be gay, to be straight. It's what they are.
Thank you.
I love you, Jonathan, so much.
I love you too.
Just,
And that was such a time for me where I know for sure that when I told you, I was adamant that you cannot tell a soul. And I think that's great that you think that we have an understanding that I wouldn't even need to say anything for you not to say anything.
absolutely not.
But it says a lot that I would choose you to talk to.
And
So I just want you to know that
thank
you're
you.
obviously very special to me.
As you are to me. And all I want is for you to be happy, healthy, safe, in whatever path you choose.
I'm doing my best.
And I know you will. I
Thank
have
you.
all the confidence in you in the world.
Thank you.
I love you, honey.
Mwah.